been live in Stuart all afternoon. She's just received some new video. What do you have, Kelly?
That's right. Shannon, Michael, just a short time ago, the Martin County Sheriff's Office came to us and said that they would take our photographer, our photojournalist Jim Sitton, back to the crash scene and get some of the first shots that were being released to the media. As you can see, the plane down on a runway. This is a runway, as the sheriff said, runway 30 here at Witham Field. And it's one where planes, if they need a longer runway for landing and takeoffs, this is the one they use, runway 30. Investigators are already on the scene. Of course, the Martin County Fire Rescue officials responded immediately. They're the ones who put out the flames when this plane went down. Also, we already have FAA investigators who are looking at the crash scene, and NTSB, to my knowledge, are still on their way. But this will be at least through the night, according to the sheriff, that they will be conducting their research, or their investigation, I should say, and they'll be passing along more information as to when the airport will again reopen. Right now, of course, it's closed and everything canceled for tonight at the air show. Back to you in the studio.
Before we let you go, on a personal note, you're a resident of Martin County. You, of all people, know how just important and pivotal this air show is every single year to the community, economically, the boom. I mean, it draws people from all across the state, all across the country. It's a heartbreaking start for residents in Martin County and beyond.
Oh, without question, Shannon, and especially this year, its 30th anniversary. These are people that pour their heart and soul into it, and it's such a volunteer-driven event. I love coming to this event every year. My kids have always loved coming to this event every year. You learn something, you meet wonderful people. They're so passionate about aviation, about flying, and it is such a shame that after such a remarkable 30-year run, that today they had their first crash and fatality. A sad day indeed for the entire community here up on the Treasure Coast.
And the family learning that their loved ones, so these pilots, they come together, and Kelly, thank you so much. They love what they do. They're enthusiasts for this kind of work. It's a tight-knit community, just love these aircraft. And now today they mourn as the greater community does, and all of us will mourn for their loss as a family now learning that their loved one did not survive this crash.
Next of kin being notified, as the sheriff shared with us during a press briefing a short time ago. Meanwhile, NTSB and FAA moving in to determine the exact cause. But we're joined by Steve Weigel now, and we do know that it was clear skies at the time of the crash. Is that right, Steve?
This morning, talking to, there were 700 school children that they were talking about the weather and flying. There's always an excitement as you get into the Stuart Air Show, and the weather was fine. We had a little shower go by. The winds picked up a little bit, but weather really didn't seem to be any kind of issue. And as I left around noon, they were flying some of the bigger jets.